Now, the public interest bulletin, we're going to move that to December, is that right?
Yes.
Iconography tour. Now, what we have, you have a sheet like this, and then some of you have a map. Let me give you an overview, and then there'll be some input. The iconography tour is something that I think we voted to do it. So it's something that will happen starting out the first year once a week in a month, probably, initially. It'll be either in the morning or in the afternoon. It'll last about an hour. There will be someone to conduct the tour, of course, and give information about the symbols. And that person is to, I believe the suggestion has been made to be an area costume, or era costume. Era costume. We're going to charge a fee, of course, and depending upon the number of people participating in the tour, those that are the guide will share in some of the sales after a certain point, and that's all to be determined later in the structure. Okay, let's see what else about this. Britta has volunteered to head up this particular tour. She wants to get it set up and ready to go. And so, Ms. Britta, we'd like
Sure.
to listen.
Sure. I'm willing to take that project on. I gave you a little cheat sheet here so you would know what I'm talking about. I have given LB a book this evening authored by Abby Burnett. It's Gone to the Grave.
Great.
It's the history of all things pertaining to graves in Northwest Arkansas from 1850 to 1950. So I have had communication with Abby, who's very familiar with the Eureka Springs Cemetery, and she has volunteered to come free of charge and talk with us about all of our symbolism. And I thought that would be a great way to kick off maybe the beginning of training for people who might be interested in doing these tours. I'd like to see us start with this beginning of April. I'd like to write a script. We need to map out where we're going in the cemetery. I'd like whoever wants to do the tours, and I'm willing to start off with that, to be dressed in period costume, turn of the century, about when the cemetery began. There are a number of things to work out, but this evening, if we could, I would like us to lock in a date to have Abby come to the cemetery and do a little workshop for us. She is available November 14th, 21st, or 22nd. Anyway, I think that this could be really a successful fundraiser in some ways for the cemetery. During my experience with Voices, I had numerous guests ask me, does the cemetery do any other tours? Is there anything else here? So I think next year, this would be a great project for us.
One of the things that we had, you would want to get with Hannah. She has a folder that some of this has already been,
Right.
has some material.
Right.
Is that we would give the employees an opportunity if they wanted
Yes.
to. And the incentive, of course, is they would be being paid. That would be a part of their hours that they, on payroll. But then the incentive to come in on a Saturday would also be the extra funds they might be able to make.
Sure.
All of them work very, very hard at the cemetery, and I feel like anything we can do a little beyond what is being done is great. Now, you said the calendar is what now?
So Abby is available November 14th, November 21st, or the 22nd.
That's what I was just looking at.
All right, that's November 14th is on a Friday,
Right.
21st is on a Friday, and then, no,
No, a Thursday, I think.
And then Friday is the 22nd.
Yes.
y'all decide. Let's just pick a date. And one of the things that we might think about doing is not only inviting her at that particular time that you guys decide, but maybe reimbursing her for fuel or a
So
meal or something.
she had said she's just so thrilled to do this because it's a passion of hers and she loves our
Okay.
cemetery and she knows it, but I thought we could buy her lunch that day or something, as a
I-
thank you.
Yeah. All right, because she's providing us a workshop
Yeah.
that we're going to grow
Right.
from. Any suggestions, Matt?
What time of day are you talking about?
Well, she has to travel a little bit to get here, so she talked about morning. I'm thinking maybe I could talk to her about afternoon after the look on your face, LB.
I'm just,
I'm sure
I'm
she's
just
not,
feeling the pain for these other people. It doesn't matter to me. If I'm healthy, I'll be there. But we couldn't get her to come like maybe at 5?
I could ask, but then you're asking her to drive it home in the dark.
Where's home?
Somewhere near Huntsville, I think.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. Sorry,
I was being facetious. Huntsville's not that
I know you were.
No, personally, I was hoping for a Saturday, because during the week it's
Oh.
difficult for me, but that's okay.
If we could do it on a Saturday, if she'd be willing to come on a Saturday, we could do it at any time.
Okay, I will,
Don't you think? Morning or afternoon?
It's iffy,
it's iffy.
iffy for me. But Friday is too, so.
So I will talk to Abby again. I will see if Saturday's available. If not, I'll try and get a later in the day on maybe a Friday, if that would, okay.
Well, you're in charge of
I'll-
the project, so you work
I'll
out the
give it
best time you can.
I'll
And I
give
don't
it-
think there's any preference on any of those days.
Give it your best shot.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Then let us know.
I will.
Well, this is great, and the thing is we have this in our budget of bringing in $700. In addition to the tour, they will get this sheet here, I would suggest, and this as well, free. Okay?
Yes, yes,
All
sir.
right,
Thank
so-
you.
so
Oh, somebody make
Yeah, I-
somebody do the deed.
Well, I'd like to entertain a motion that Britta will be assigned to the iconography tour and work out all the details and present that to us in the near future.
Yeah, second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Britta, so much. Okay. Now, monumental news. Been talking about this monumental news project for a while. It's already in place. Remember when we had Decoration Day, we were going to have the expedition tour, and Hannah was going to take care of it. We have 6 founders of Eureka Springs already identified out there. And what she was going to do is, in order to get a commemorative coin, you would take this tour and you get a coin and so forth. So what monumental news is, and this, if you want it to be, is quarterly. We will try to put an ad in the paper quarterly. And it'll be monumental news, and it'll have a picture of the monument and or the individual involved, and a brief biography/narrative. Then the very end of it, we will highlight whatever project and whatever help and support the community might be willing to give. And that would be a good time to say that, well, our road repair project, anyone that might be interested in contributing to our road. In other words, and this comes out in the Times Echo 4 times a year, puts the cemetery in people's minds that might not have any thought about it. And she can take care of it completely. Also, as a reference on this, there have been so many of these things written up, the narratives and so forth over the years for Voices. Surely they would share some of that information with us. And so we have a year and a half of this. And this would also be done, it'd be done quarterly. So we've got 6 already. That's a year and a half. Okay? So if you all would like to, I'd entertain a motion that Hannah Welch be delegated the responsibility to develop the Monumental News Project.
I'll make a motion that Hannah be delegated to spearhead the Monumental News Project.
I'll second it.
Have you talked to her about it? Or? Okay.
She's willing.
Okay.
All in favor?
Excited.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, flag display. We have ordered 300 flags, 200 have arrived, and they're all up. There was someone who made some kind of comment about the people that are in the ground or people that are related to the people that have a conduit there and are recognized for Veterans and or Memorial Day, did not ask for those flags to be put up. Well, they didn't ask for weed trimming, for us to straighten up their monuments and their curbing. They didn't ask for that either. We're going to take care of those that have passed to the best of our extent, best possibility. The fact that a veteran is a veteran year-round, not just 2 days a year.
Right.
And we had the situation where there was one group of veterans that had flags up year-round. We tried to put the counter to that group of veterans flags up, but every year, those flags were taken down when all the flags were put up. So now we'll have our own flags. They are marked. No one else will be coming into the cemetery to put up flags. I've already talked to American Legion, and they were so kind. They're going to allow us to use the conduit that they had placed. And I said, well, thank you so much. I can't think of a better use than putting the flags in there. And so that's great. That's the update on that, okay? So
Okay.
any discussion?
No, sir.
Okay. On the back of our agenda here, truck and vehicle donation, that should have been under loose ends. So we're not doing either one of those. All right, new business, employee support. What this is simply is, do you want to do something for the employees for Thanksgiving and
Yes,
Christmas?
please.
We could do a turkey for each of them for Thanksgiving and a ham for Christmas. I think we can do that well under $150.
Yes, I really would like to acknowledge them with an appreciative gesture. So I make a motion that we acknowledge the employees at Thanksgiving and Christmas with an appreciative gesture such as a turkey or ham.
One thought before we make a second on that. What about a gift certificate to Walmart of $50? Or
That's
20
also a good,
Or 25 each thing, so that they would end up each getting $50.
yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
You think that'd be better? That way they could pick out what they
Well,
want.
then they could spend it as they wish. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we could give it at one time if we wanted to.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was just a thought, I didn't mean to.
No, that's fine. I really don't care what we do. I just want us to do something.
Some acknowledgement for our employees not to exceed $150.
Yes.
I'll
Okay?
second it.
Who would, point of order, who would like to be responsible for reporting or for handling that process? Like deciding if it's a gift card or if it's an item and when to give it?
Well, why don't we make that decision now?
Okay.
Then,
Sounds
yeah,
great now.
then we don't have to belabor it.
All right, the question then would be, do you want to do it twice, or do you want to do it one time for both situations? You want to go ahead and give them, say, $50 in a gift certificate? Or do you want to wait and give a ham and a turkey and a ham?
I like your idea of the gift certificate, then they can choose what they'd like to do.
So if we give it before Thanksgiving, then we won't be giving it before Christmas.
Right.
Unless you give them a $25 one at Thanksgiving and a $25 one at Christmas.
I think just do it once and make it simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great, make the motion.
Go ahead.
I make a motion that we give 3 gift certificates, $50 gift certificates to Walmart to the employees at one of the holidays. I don't know, Thanksgiving or Christmas. Now I'm a little
But
confused.
between now and Thanksgiving.
Okay, all right, between now and Thanksgiving.
And I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we've done good, folks. The only thing under loose ends is we are asking that if anyone happened to have an old vehicle, especially a truck, our truck is in need of being replaced. If they're interested in donating it, that would be great. We are looking for folks that would be interested in helping us develop a cemetery project committee that would select a fundraiser and follow it through, and with a goal of so much money, that kind of. So we're looking for people that want to get involved with the cemetery that might help us on a project committee, for sure. Of course, any kind of help is appreciated. That's it. I don't know if any other loose ends.
Excuse me, LB, could I back up just 1 second, and
Sure.
we can put this on next month's meeting, but there's something else I'm offering to do before I depart at the end of the summer. I would like to explore donations of native plants for cemetery gardens, and perhaps enlist Carroll County Master Gardeners for design and planting options. I am aware of a master gardener who has a large greenhouse operation and loves donating to new projects.
Carroll
to get
County what now?
Master gardeners.
Okay.
They also take on gardening projects within the community, and I'd be willing to talk with them about whether or not they might consider taking the cemetery gardens on, which means that they show up once a week to water, to weed, to, take care of things. It would be augmenting what the groundskeepers already do. But I'm willing to kind of take that on if,
Well, would someone come and meet with us about this, or is this?
well, sure.
Or are you just
sure.
going to get the information from?
Well, I can
them?
get the information and bring it back, yeah.
Right now, Ms. Britta, we spend about around $500 a year for plants out there. And a lot of them die. We had almost all of our plants die around the entrance sign this year. We need to have a hardier plant, or we need to have plants that are, well, I just hate buying, what is it called, perennials? That's where they only last the season?
No, those
Oh,
are annuals.
Annuals. We need some perennials that are planted out there that will, with the expectation. But all of our azaleas around the flagpole, I think, are dead as well.
Well, that's why I'm talking about native plants. Native plants are plants that grow here, okay? They're not hybrids. So, for example, the purple coneflower would be considered a native plant here. And I'll go into this some other time. I don't need to take meeting time with this, but,
Well, let's put that on the agenda
Okay.
for
All right.
next month then. Master
Master Gardener.
We'll put that on the agenda for
Okay, great.
your new business
Thanks.
for next month. Okay. You all have been wonderful, and I'm sorry that I was talking so much, to try to get through this meeting as quickly as possible. It's now 5:44, so we have about 6 minutes. Any concerns that you have about the cemetery maintenance or anything like that? It's a mess out there right now.
Well, because
With the dry spell we had, the pine needles started falling a month before they usually do.
It's gonna
And
be worse
and
that morning.
it looks like we are way behind, but it just takes a while. Before you go from the front of the cemetery to the back, then it's already ready to do again. And so we'll have to go through 3 or 4 times. We went through 3 times last year, completely through the cemetery. This year it's going to take 4 probably, maybe even more. But, we've done an awful lot tonight, establishing our budget and so forth, and we've got some new programs coming up. One of the things, too, we need to let the folks know is that if you have loved ones out there and their monuments are need to be cleaned and attended to, we do provide a monument cleaning service, and it's a very inexpensive service, so that's something that we're looking at doing as well. Anything else, Ms. Ratha? Rita?
No.
Matt?
Good?
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn this meeting.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
thank you.